What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the playbook. I just got done with my first marathon ever, the New York City Marathon. And to celebrate, we're giving you the shiftiest skill move in FC 24. Dangerous, explosive, dynamic. We are, of course, talking about the heel to ball roll. And I'm going to give you premium in-game examples. In fact, we have 5 categories. And if you have not subscribed, run that up. If you have questions, if you want to share it around the community, like the video, feed the algo in the arena. And I always say this, if you cannot do the skill in the arena, what are we talking about? You're not ready to take it to the next level. I need you to get more serious. You will need a 4-star skiller. You're going to hold L1 if you're on the PlayStation, LB if you're on the Xbox, and then forward and back. And you got this different animation. You can go both directions. You can take it around the goalkeeper. There are opportunities for you. Again, if you can't do it side to side, I'm talking each direction, then what are we talking about? You must be able to do this instinctively in order to really introduce it to your gameplay. Understood? As a reminder or statement, you have to be able to do this skill in every single direction. And similar to the heel to heel, which we just made a tutorial on, the classic, pretty intuitive, all things considered. First up, we are going to be walking the dog, because that's what this reminds me of. Not going to spend too much time. There are many ways to beat a goalkeeper in a 1v1, but this will open up space. Goalkeeper comes off his line, which happens oh so frequently. And perhaps most importantly, you have this gap. You need some space in between you and the goalkeeper in order to execute this skill. You're going to walk it around the goalkeeper, whether he goes down or he stays up, falls over. It does not matter. You've just opened up a new angle. There you go. Merdens, goalkeeper out of position. You tap that home. You've walked the dog properly. We start off simple and then we build. This is the hesitation swap. And one of my favorite setups, because I know that I've outthought you or I'm outthinking you when I put this together. You see the build-up play. Intricate. Here we go. Mkhitaryan. I can't stress this enough. If you want to be good at skill moves, it's all about the setup. Sometimes doing the unexpected. Everyone here, we can see what's happening. We got a defender, a bit of a 2v1. He's probably thinking, I might need to stop this pass. We've got 2 clear options. He's trying to play some sort of game of cat and mouse. What do I take away? We're going to use the heel to heel with the ball roll. The heel to ball roll, the heel to roll. What it does, it gives this slight moment of hesitation and almost fakes as if we're going to make this pass. And because we aren't, puts the defender out of position. We're using what's available for us. It is free information that everyone is seeing, deliberating, confiscating, controlling, trying to read, but we're telling a different story. We have a different narrative. Wait for it. There it is. He slightly steps over, and then Mkhitaryan, we make a highlight. An absolute highlight. That's with Mkhitaryan as well. He's not bad, but it's not the best player in the game. Just to revisit, Brandt, inside. Watch the skill, how it kind of fakes to the inside. Look at that fake. Did you see that? That's what throws off the defender. That little fake makes your opposition hesitate. He's now out of position, and then you get to walk it home. Take advantage of these scenarios. This is not Harry Potter, but we're about to get magical. We're calling this the magician. We're not a sorcerer, but you'll see what I mean as the play develops. Top of the box. We got an inside opportunity. There are so many defenders. I mean, if you look at this, we're trying to get through 7 all around us. But what I do have available is some free information. I know that my opponent is defending and he's slightly behind me, which means I'm typically going to be challenging this front end player. I also have another attacker that's right next to me. Right now, we're a little bit too close for it to matter. So I've got to beat this front man. And I'm also thinking to myself, what skill could potentially throw off defenders that are sitting in behind? I want to say that this play started from a corner kick. And that's why there's so many bodies in close quarters. Not too worried about the outside men, but there's a lot to deal with right here. Let's take a closer look. And it might look more complex. That's why I called this the magician. So I'm actually going to look to kind of split into some space here. But I know as I'm doing that, my other offensive player should be moving with me, which potentially is going to create some sort of gap. And the idea is, can we get some space in behind these players? And I'm less worried about those back 2 center backs. As long as I beat the front man, I either have an opportunity for a secondary skill move or potentially a pass. Whoopsies. Ducked him. Extra pass. Ronaldo outside of the boot. Again, I like being transparent. There's definitely some risk to this. I'm anticipating that a lot's going to go in my favor. I've got to win some of those key 50-50s in order to score this goal. But when you do, you've got a highlight. You've got something that you want to brag about, and you're seeing the game in a certain manner, special, that extracurricular, and very few skill moves will allow you to still win in these types of circumstances. This is one of those skills. Perhaps the most effective or easy usage outside of being the goalkeeper is the endline sweat. So you've got a position, Garrincha in this case, we're in an attacking zone. We got space to work with. We need to get into this zone without being too predictable. And the whole idea is to make it where these defenders either step, they make an error, you can freeze them, you can make them hesitate, play a little bit passively, because we're trying to get our offensive players into a position for a layoff, the end line sweat. Garrincha turns, little skill move, here it is. Beautiful. You see us going into the skill. We're going to beat that front man. And once you beat the front defender, this guy has been smoked. He's out of the picture. It now opens up the game in ways that you could not believe. We actually end up with a couple of different options for the layoff. So it's just a matter of which of these two offensive players or strikers is going to be most viable, the easiest one to tap at home. In this case, Kareem the Dream does what you need him to do, and easy breezy, cover girl, or whatever the saying is. We've got a lot of these examples. I'm just giving you the preview. Again, we're in a bit of a 1v1. And the similar storytelling or narrative is going to be around having a little bit of space or attacking the end line. And the reason that I stress attacking the end line, utilizing the end line, the effectiveness of the end line, your worst case is often drawing a throw in or a corner kick. Even if you lose possession here, you can have that instant press or that counter press. So either way, it's a safer place to lose the ball as a worst case scenario. After you beat the defender, you've cut inside, options. Where do you want to go? We've cut inside, now we have options. 3 of those options to be exact. When I look at this, it's more or less around option 1 and option 2 being the main sources. With option 3, potentially if you made an extra pass or you went for some sort of back post cross, that could open up. But generally speaking, option 1, option 2, and it's all about reading the defense. Where are they moving? Where are they not moving? We've already created the angle that we need to cut inside. You lay it off. Dirk Kuyt steps through, puts his foot through it, converts. He should convert every single day of the week. I believe I mentioned we had multiple examples. Defender already shifted him way too far. Moran's looking to try to take up some of this space. You see this gap? That's where my defender is thinking, all right, I need to make sure I do not allow that to happen. Rodrigo is going to beat Varane, which really opens up this end line for us. And when you get that opening, now you have, again, a couple different ways you can view that. Cutback's not always that easy. With the R1 dribbling, which I will make a tutorial on very soon, you can, of course, take on the goalkeeper, especially with someone that has the right or the proper play style. Rodrigo, there he is. Lovely hesitation right here. Stop and go. And then we do take it around the goalkeeper. Not able to convert. Bounces back, Harry Kane. Last but not least, we call this the recycle. And in FC 24, as with previous FIFA, sometimes you have to go back to go forward. You have to be a little defensive to be offensive. And the way that you recycle, you buy time, you resurface, you force your opposition to hesitate, to maybe just not be as sure of themselves, to put you at an advantage on the offensive end. Here's Rodrigo. I don't like what I'm seeing. There's too many defenders in the box. I don't have any movement. As an offensive player, I'm saying, okay, I've got to bring the ball back. I need to find somebody on a return pass. This is what I'm looking at here. You see the highlights. There's a lot of numbers on screen. We're all counting together. Either way, nothing's open unless I go backwards first or go side to side. Something has to change. Something has to shift. I need some passing and some moving and some grooving. I mean, if you really look at this, if we wanted to, even from a defensive standpoint, got 8 players inside the box and another couple at the top of the box. He's got 10 guys back. And I just made a video talking about beating parking the bus, beating that passive play, beating AI defense. There's some techniques to do it, but this is why we have to make those extra passes. You can watch that video. It's on the channel if you want those details. I got a little bit of a cheat code. The concept is simple. We're looking for some sort of recycle. And you can do this in different ways. Either way, it starts with Rodrigo going backwards before we go forwards. Apparently this graphic or this animation is getting a lot of love in today's video. Before we recycle, we have to cast just a moment of doubt, something small. So you need a skill move. I like this skill move because you can release the ball almost halfway through. You see what I mean? Rodrigo, there it is. As we're coming out of it, we release. You see that all in one motion. Rodrigo, here's the skill. Defender didn't move nearly as quick, but he did back off ever so slightly. But the reason that him backing off matters is because now we've got an easier angle in a more dangerous location. And once you get the ball here, the play opens up. We still have tons of defenders to beat. I don't want to mishandle or misspeak. There's still a lot to do here. We're at the top of the box, and don't get me wrong, on record, we still have work to put in. but now our options have opened up. I feel more so that I'm in an attacking position, that I am the aggressor. I'm not going backwards. I'm looking for that deadly, dangerous pass, or I'm going to take on someone with some skill moves. Is there going to be an angle for me to attack this goalkeeper, to get in there like swimwear? In this case, we're going to find the extra pass. Musiala, there it is, ducks it in. Felipe Anderson brings it back again to Musiala, and now we've opened up a lane. That is a lovely lane of space. Every day you're going to eat from a position like that. And again, your opposition has to respect that you could shoot, you could dribble, you could go for goal, you could utilize the R1 again, a little quick touch. We'll put him on the back heels. Musiala steps in, near post. That's a recycle done right. Let me know your thoughts if you have questions in the comment section. I try to make videos that not only show you the basics of how to do a skill, but really how to implement it in terms of gameplay, real action scenarios, online, foot champs, division rivals, the best of the best. We're not doing this versus squad battles and AI opposition. We're giving you the insider trader and the insider scoop. There will be more videos that are similar to this one on screen if you want to continue this goodness together. And as always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP. I appreciate all of you. Stay blessed. And for anyone who saw the marathon and wished me some positive vibes, I saw it. Thank you, and thank you.